Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them passes and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them hands, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. It's another fantastic day inside of the TTG chat as we are able to capitalize on CrowdStrike to the downside. That was trade of the day there for me. That's where I made my money today. Members were also able to capitalize on the huge short squeeze on small cap VSIG after they had some own little AI news. That's seeing that stock fly up hundreds of percent in a single day. And Tesla. How could you not talk about Tesla? Tesla up another 5.5%. Stocks up $14 a share as they've got their own news about Rivian now is going to be able to use Tesla charging stations, and that is sending Tesla to the upside. Also, some positive news coming out of India, also with some meetings with Musk in India and things he's doing there, and that is just sending this market rally in Tesla further to the upside as we're just no end in sight for this Tesla rally as we have broken above a major resistance level on the back of this news that came out earlier today for Tesla. And that's saying that then you guys, you really don't have your next level of structure is not up until you get to like 290 and then all the way up around 310. So there really is a runway here for Tesla. The stock is an extremely overbought territory with an over 96 RSI, but you just continue to get one good piece of news after another with this company, and that is just sending this momentum to the upside. It's unbelievable to think that we were long this stock at $200 back on the very first trading day of June, and now to see the stock, it's only June 20th, and we're at $274 on Tesla. It's an unbelievable move. We'll talk about how much further we think that stock has to go, but it's time for us to get prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Mr. Jerome Powell himself is going to be testifying, so you better believe his words are going to be listened to by every single market participant around the world, especially after the markets just told him, you're a liar. The markets have told Jerome Powell that he is lying. If you go back to last week when we had our Fed meeting, he told us that he's going to raise rates twice. Markets don't believe him. All right, markets don't believe him. What I'm going to show you guys here today on this live stream is first, we're going to recap the trade of the day on CrowdStrike, and I'm going to show you exactly how True Trading Group does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And then we're going to talk about game planning for tomorrow. Depending on what Jerome Powell does and says, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen and what the market reaction will be and where are some of our top trade ideas that we can focus on. So we'll also recap some of the trade ideas that we had from last night's live stream. I gave you guys a handful of trade ideas. How do they all pan out today? We're going to recap and we're going to talk about all of it. So you guys are in for one hell of a treat. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward, and I've been trading and investing for over 17 years. I learned how to trade while working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York in 2007 and 2008 with my very first year of the fund. I actually went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And yes, that was during the great financial crisis and the worst stock market crash that most of you have ever seen. But not only did I survive that, but went on to thrive. Now, today I'm the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders and investors from all over the world to reach their goals. We actually have members in 115 different countries. So for those of you that don't know, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures on all styles of trading as well. Swing trading, day trading, but also long-term investing. So at TTG, we take that university level of curriculum, similar to the 3-month educational training program that I went through when I worked at a fund in New York, and we combine that with today's top stock market tools that are worth easily over $5,000 a year if you were to pay for them on your own. I know that's a lot of money. That's why we spent years building relationships with these companies so we can put their tools and their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. So it gives you access to some of the top trading tools around at no additional cost. You also get access to all of our members. Thousands of members from 115 different countries. They are the most helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. And of course, you get all the real-time trade alerts from the mods and I that I'm able to maintain a cumulative win rate amongst all of our executions of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So if you are new, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, turn on your notifications, get ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, because we go live on this YouTube channel 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, right here with myself, other TTG pro trading mods, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary that can help you guys become better traders. So like I said, again, smash that like button, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. Now, I told you guys last night, if you caught my live stream last night, I told you that this was going to be a big week. It's going to be a big week. It's going to be a week of volatility. I told you coming into the week that I believed that we saw a little bit of a blow off top in the markets last week. I told you I believe that the markets are due for a pullback. I'm looking for action to the downside. And so far, that is exactly what we have gotten. You've got a nice little pullback here in the overall markets as you're coming off of what appeared to me last week. If you guys remember last week, we were talking about that day on Thursday, about this being a blow off top. We said that this action that we saw on Thursday kind of resembles a blow off top, and I'm expecting a pullback back down into the mid to low 430s coming into this week. We got all the way to 444. We said blow off top, and then what do you know? Today we pulled this thing all the way back down to 435. So far a 9-point pullback in the overall markets. I just upgraded to lifetime membership last week. I'm thrilled with the workshops and training. Yes, Robert Ward, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome. Lifetime has 50 spots left, guys, and then we are done-zo. Okay, Lifetime's got 50 spots left, and then we are done-zo. So, Robert, congrats on grabbing one of those Lifetime spots while they're still there. So, congrats, Robert, and you're with me for life, brother. You're with me for life. Now, guys, tomorrow at noon, we will do a workshop on the Lifetime membership. So, if there are any annual members that would like information on how you can gain access to a lifetime membership, we will go over that with you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. So noon Eastern, we'll do a workshop. We'll cover everything that's included in a lifetime membership, all the what mentorship program that you get, the other additional benefits, the other additional trainings and workshops and everything else. It's only for annual members. So if you are an annual member and you're interested in a lifetime membership, we'll do a workshop tomorrow at noon. All right, that workshop tomorrow at noon. But like I said, guys, so back to the market. So far, we've been right on talking about that blow off top from last week. A lot of people questioned me when I said that on Thursday. We were doing a live stream. The markets had just broken out to new highs. And it's like, hey, Mike, what do you think we do from here? And I'm like, I think this could have been a blow off top. I think we get a pullback. And a lot of people started questioning me on it, but we're putting our money right where our mouth is. And we've been capitalizing on some short activity, some trades to the short side on Friday. And now coming into today, that is how we are making money. And that's how we've been capitalizing on this little move to the downside. So it's been working out pretty nicely for us. What I would like to do with you guys first is I want to explain to you how True Trading Group does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Okay. Because every single morning before the market even begins, we come on, the moderators and I, it's not just myself. Remember, there's 8 other professional traders that are with you during the day from pre-market all the way through until the market closes. We're not just there for like an hour. We're there for you the whole day. But before the market opens, we give you watch lists. These watch lists are very detailed. They tell you not just, hey, watch this stock. That doesn't do anybody any good. We can watch stocks all day long, but you have to, where are you going to buy? Where are you going to sell? Where are you going to pull the trigger? Where are you going to execute? So we give you game plans of exactly what we're going to be doing before the market even opens. So what stocks am I focusing on? What are the prices I want to be long? What are the prices that I want to be short? So that you as a member know exactly what the game plan is before the day starts. So many times people ask, oh, well, how do you know what stock to focus on? How do you know, how did you know that's going to be the one that's going to move today? I understand that you guys are very busy during the day. You all have, different jobs and responsibilities that are out there. So let us do a lot of that heavy lifting for you. Let us go through, do the work pre-market. Let us publish the watch list for you. Let us tell you these are the stocks we're focusing on. This is where we're going to buy. This is where we're going to short, because it's exactly what we did today when it came to CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike was one of the top ideas in the day. Also, AMD to the short side was a top idea today as well. So we're going to go over, and I'll have a quick video clip for you guys from the pre-market session. So this happens every day. So before the market opens every day, we go over and chat what the focus is. I've got about a minute-long video clip where I talk to you very specifically about the game plan on CrowdStrike and why I want to be short CrowdStrike and at what price I would like to be short at, and where I'm going to be taking profit. So this takes all the guessing out of your trading. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm going to be right 100% of the time. I will not be right 100% of the time, but I'm going to be right a hell of a lot more times than I am wrong. And I will tell you exactly what I'm going to do before the market ever opens so that you're ready for it. So let's go ahead, guys. We're going to play a quick video clip. This is not from YouTube. This is not from the live stream. This is a video clip from the pre-market session in True Trading Group's chat before the market ever even opens. Let's play that clip. All right, CrowdStrike rallied the other day. I really think it was just because of Palo Alto. Palo Alto being added to the S&P 500, and that stock has been ripping to new all-time highs. And then you had CrowdStrike kind of follow suit. And CrowdStrike sold off on Friday pretty aggressively. And you've got 155 is Friday's double bottom and Friday's close. It's also pre-market highs. You can't get over 155. You've got room to around 151, 151 and a half is a nice support level, and then bigger support down around 149. And I think CrowdStrike can get there. So we're just looking to see if a little bit of the air and the helium gets sucked out of some of these other cybersecurity names after Palo Alto's run being added into the S&P 500. So looking for a little bit more downside there on CrowdStrike, 151.50 and then 149.50. Or 149 can be support levels there on CrowdStrike. So there you guys have it. So that was the pre-market session. You heard me very clearly say 155. If we can't get back over 155, that's where we're going ahead and we're engaging the short on CrowdStrike. And why? Because CrowdStrike moved to the upside last week on the back of Palo Alto being added into the S&P 500. And the very next day, CrowdStrike actually ended up selling off on Friday pretty aggressively. And I'm saying that I'm looking for there to be more downside on CrowdStrike. And it's off of a double top. It's a very strong double top here, okay, on the daily chart. There's that double top on the daily chart. It was clear as clear could possibly be for us on CrowdStrike. And that weakness on Friday told me, hey, I'm going to look for a little bit more weakness to the downside on the CrowdStrike trade. And we're going to use Friday's low. Okay, we're going to use Friday's low. We're going to use Friday's low and then Friday's close as our resistance level for CrowdStrike. Okay. Now, if you're taking a look at my chart right now, I want to show you guys on my screen where I got that level from. You can see here's your low of the day from Friday, right? Very clear as can be. Doesn't take an experienced charting, analysis to see this. And then that's also Friday's close. So right off the open, we had CrowdStrike shot right to the upside, and we got right up into that 155 resistance zone. And then you saw the stock shied away from it. You had this little failed red to green move, also a failed bull flag break, and the stock then rolls to the downside. And I went ahead and engaged the short right there. So right there is where we took the trade, 153.83 on the short. Members were able to get themselves into the 152 strike next week expiration and were able to capitalize on 40-50% gain on the put option as CrowdStrike was able to really roll itself over to the downside from where we entered the trade short. So again, here was where we got into the trade short right here. And again, guys, that's off of the resistance level that we saw at 155. The stop loss was right there above that 155. There's the entry, and you see the stock then rolls it over and really sells it off into the late morning session. And we just start taking profits off the table, right? We're just literally just ripping profits off the table as the stock continues to the downside. Profits. And I'm actually still short a piece of this position. It's not a very large piece, but I am still short a piece of this position. You can see the stock currently trading 151.70. I'm short right here around 154 and already took the bulk of the position off the table today, but I'm still in a piece of this position looking for a little bit more downside tomorrow. My target here that I was looking for, I actually had an order out in the afternoon. We just never quite got down into it. And that was an order I had sitting around in the 149.60s, looking for a little bit more downside. And that's because I'm looking for this level right here. So if you guys can see on my chart, you can see all of this support right here on CrowdStrike. This is multi-week support. And I'm looking for a little bit more downside here on CrowdStrike just to get us down into this region, into that area. And that'll be the final profit off there on CrowdStrike. But this is the type of analysis that you guys will get from True Trading Group on a regular basis, right? You're going to get that type of analysis every single morning before the day ever begin. So congratulations, all my members of TTG that capitalized on this CrowdStrike trade. If you guys hit on this CrowdStrike, sound off in chat. Tell me how you did. You know I love it when the whole team hits. It was a beauty of a thing, and it was good because I actually started the day red today. My first trade of the day was a loser. And then we came back with a really strong trade on CrowdStrike and took us well back into the green. And that's how it should be. You got to make more money when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. And if you're not, if you're making more money when you're wrong than you're making if you're losing more when you're wrong than you make when you're right, then your risk management is completely off. We've got to fix it. And you're probably getting out of your winning trades way too soon. All right. I know that's probably a big thing that a lot of traders deal with. In fact, I know it is because we've actually worked with over 60,000 retail traders that have come through True Trading Group. And, I see recurring problems over and over and over again. And a lot of it has to do with people that are either losing too much when they are wrong, or they're not making enough when they're right. And typically it's a combination of those two things. And it stems from a real underlying fear of losing money. A fear of losing money is something that's going to cause a trader to sell out of winning trades too soon because they're antsy. As soon as they're up money, they say, oh, look, I'm up $100. It's better than nothing. Let me just take it now. Or you were up 200, then the stock pulls back. Now you're only up 100. You get scared. You think it's going to go red. So you get out so you can at least make the $100. Then an hour later, if you held, you would have been up 350. I'm sure that's all happened to a lot of the people that we're dealing with right now that are on this live stream. And that is something that you guys will learn as a member of True Trading Group on how to fix. We actually just did a 2-day trader psychology boot camp just the other week. And these are a lot of the things that we talked about, right? A lot of the things that we talked about during that trader psychology boot camp is overcoming the fear of losing. How can you stay in winning trades longer? How can you actually control your risk properly so that you end up making more money when you're right than you lose when you're wrong? You should be able to be a 50% win rate trader and still be profitable, because you should be making more money when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. But in fact, most amateur traders is the exact opposite of that. You can have a 65% win rate, but if you're losing more money when you're wrong than you make when you're right, you're still a negative trader. You're still a net losing trader, and you're still actually losing money. So you can't let that happen. If you have an over 50% win rate, you should be making money on a regular basis. And if you're not, you have to take a look at your winners and your losers. Are you losing too much when you're wrong? Are you not making enough when you're right? Or is it both? A lot of people struggle with both of those things. An exercise that you should do for yourself, and this is something I went over with TTG members. You guys can write this down. I call it the mountains and valley exercise, where you take a piece of paper, you take a graph. On the x-axis is 0. That's your 0 P&L on your x-axis, okay? And then above that, you take a green marker and you put little green dots for where all of your green trades are. So from 0, and then you can have 0, and then whatever your risk unit is. If your risk unit is, let's say $100, let's say risk unit $100. So you have 0 is your x-axis, then 1R would be $100, $200, $300, and then underneath would be negative $100, negative $200, negative $300, etc. You should draw little green dots for all your green trades and little red dots underneath for all your red trades. When you are done plotting all of your trades, what you should see on that piece of paper is very sporadic green dots above the x-axis that looks like kind of a random mountain range. And then underneath should be all little red dots that are very, very close together, showing you a sign of like a valley or a river underneath, because you should be losing the same amount of money on the trades that you are wrong on, and that's going to be a risk unit. So if your risk tolerance is, let's say, $200, meaning when you get stopped out of a trade, you lose $200. If that is your risk tolerance, then every time you are making a losing trade, you're getting stopped out, it's your job as a trader to make sure that you only lose $200 in the event that you do get stopped out. In order to do that, you need to have the proper position size. Whether you're in an equity or if you're in an option, you've got to be in the right amount of contracts or the right amount of shares. So if your stop loss is reached, you only lose the $200. That is what you need to be able to do to control your risk. And then on the winning trades, they're out of your control. There's no way for you to control how much you're going to make on a trade, because you never know how far that stock is going to go and how much volatility you're going to get. So maybe on one trade you make 150, the next trade you make 325, the next trade 410, the next trade 275, the next trade 340, the next trade 90, the next trade 182. But all of your losing trades should be 198, 205, 210, 203, 194, 202, 200, 200, 210, 209, 214, 196, 199, 201, 197, 205. All your losing trades should be very, 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 very similar. And that's how you'll be able to make more money when you are right. Okay, that's how you're going to be able to show yourself that you're making more when you're right than you're losing when you're wrong, and control your risk better. And that's how you guys can start to become profitable traders, even if you don't have a 70 or 75% win rate. You don't need a win rate that high. Improving your win rate is actually one of the hardest statistics for you to improve as a trader, because now you're actually talking about being right more than you currently are. And that's not an easy thing for you to improve on. Now, over time, that number will improve, but not all of you have all the time in the world to wait until you're a 70% win rate trader to make money on a consistent basis. Now, my point is, you don't need to be a 70% win rate trader to make money on a consistent basis. You can be a 55% win rate trader and make money on a consistent basis if you make, on average, $180 when you're right and you lose 100 when you're wrong. There you go. Then right there, you're a consistently profitable trader. And now it just becomes a matter of scale at that point. Then start making 200 when you're right, and then lose 120 when you're wrong, and then move your risk up to 150, and then you start making 240, and then move your risk up to 175, then move your risk to 200 and 250 and 300 and 400 and 500, etc. Right? You start moving that stuff to the upside. That's how you're going to be able to start to grow and start to expand as a trader. Right? So that's how we're going to be. These are just little tips and little lessons that we do with members. And guys, listen, everyone that's from the Stockmaster app, I want to welcome you all here from the Stockmaster app. What we're talking about here today, we just recapped my trade of the day, which was short CrowdStrike off the 155 resistance, beautiful fade down to 150. I'm actually still short. Full disclosure, I'm still short a small piece of that position. It's not a very big piece. It's only about 10% of the position, 10 or 12% of my original position. The bulk of that position has already come off the table today for a solid gain and a nice green day to start off a short week coming out of the long holiday weekend. But we're really going to be talking about today also. I'm going to do a big Q&A session and allow for all of you to ask me questions. You're talking with a trader with 17 years of experience that received the Trader of the Year award while working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York. And you guys are going to be able to ask me whatever questions are on your mind. And we're going to talk about what to expect from Jerome Powell tomorrow when he begins his testimony, because the market doesn't believe what Jerome Powell has been saying. And I want to see how Jerome Powell is going to react to that, because the last time the market didn't believe what Jerome Powell was saying, he was very stern in his next public engagement. He was very stern and aggressive in his speech, where it was almost a scolding type of manner. And that was back in August of last year during the Jackson Hole meeting. So in the Jackson Hole meeting, the markets didn't believe what Jerome Powell said at the Fed meeting that you had just a month prior in July. And then he scolded everybody in August, and the market crashed on the back of that. So does he do the same thing tomorrow? That's what we're going to be talking about here today. All right. So again, congratulations, all of my members that capitalized. The CrowdStrike short was an absolute beauty. Again, congratulations, guys. I'm still short a small piece, but bulk profit is off the table. Okay. Today is nothing new. Today, a green day in chat, it's nothing new for members of True Trading Group, guys. I mean, this is what we do here inside TTG. I'll prove it to you guys. Members of True Trading Group, they're making money, becoming better traders. I'll prove it to you if you guys are not members. Members, go ahead and type the number 1. Do me a favor. Type the number 1 if you are making money and you're becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group. Just go ahead and type the number 1. Again, just go ahead and type the number 1 if you are a member of True Trading Group and you're making money, you guys are becoming better traders. Just type the number 1 inside chat right now. Now, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, my advice is just to pay attention to how many people are typing the number 1 on the side of the screen, because these are your peers, right? These are people that are just like you. They found True Trading Group the same way you did. That's one of these live streams. And now they're sitting here telling you that they're making money. They're becoming better traders. It's not because I gave them some special secret indicator or pattern that I learned working on Wall Street. It's because they have access to the same level of education that I did when I had to go through a 3-month educational training program working at the firm in New York City. That's how I learned how to trade. I was taught by other professionals. I didn't have to figure this stuff out on my own by watching YouTube videos and reading Reddit message boards and Twitter threads. That's not how I became a trader. I was taught and trained by professionals. Now, these people also have access to some of the top trading tools around: Trade Ideas, TradingView, Quote Media, Benzinga, ETNA. All of these things are included when they join True Trading Group's platform at no additional cost. They don't have to pay anything extra for those things. They have access to it, and that gives them an edge over others. All right. This is why so many of these people are able to be successful. Now, not every member of True Trading Group is successful. I know it's not realistic to think that 100% of our members we have thousands of members from 115 different countries. I know it's not possible for every single one of them to be successful, but that doesn't mean that we can't try. And that doesn't mean that we leave traders behind, because we don't. Every single month in True Trading Group, we hold red to green workshops. Red to green workshops are where any member that is struggling can tell us, what lessons, what topics, what questions do you have? What are you struggling with? And then we will hold a 2-hour workshop live with those members covering those very topics. It's totally free. It's included with your membership. You guys don't have to pay anything extra for it. It's all included when you guys join the TTG fam. All included in the annual membership. All right. So like you guys can see here, you saw how many people are type number 1. These are your peers, members just like you. They have, all the same excuses that you've had for yourself. And they're sitting here now today telling you that they're making money, they're becoming better traders. If they can do it, so can you. All right. So guys, we're going to kick things on off here. I'm going to, open up things for a Q&A session. Yes, way to go, Dave. Dave said I hit a 3-digit win today. Julie, over 100% gain today. Congratulations, Julie and Dave, on the triple-digit bangers. 5 for 5 today with a 75% profit for Russell. Way to go. Tall Man says, I actually didn't even trade alerts today, but I'm capitalized on winning trades on the lessons that I've learned through True Trading Group. That's what it's all about. So like our goal, Mike, I don't want to turn you guys all into just followers. I want you guys to be able to identify your own trade ideas, your own setups. So here's basically what it comes down to. I want to turn you guys into your own bosses, right? I want to turn you guys into your own traders, where I want you to have the education to be able to identify high probability setups and have the confidence to actually act on them. That's my goals as True Trading Group. Our goal is to empower the retail trader. And, we do that with the education, the tools, and the community that we share. And doing a lot of the heavy lifting for first 4-digit day for me. Congratulations, Chris. First day over $1,000, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Great job. Another Chris made $3,000 today trading the SPY. Gio's a beast. Gio is a beast. Gio is one of our pro trading mods. He's got over 20 years of experience. He's a former market maker. I mean, the experience that he brings to the TTG community, trading index options, is just unbelievable. What is intent of this video? Beginner trading. Keith, actually, so the thing about True Trading Group is for someone that's never traded a stock or an option a day in their life, or if you've been trading for 20 years and you're looking to take your trading to the next level. And there's something for everybody in between. We literally have members that never traded an option a day in their life. And then we have people that have been trading for 20 years. We have a money manager for high net worth individuals. We've got, like I said, a former market maker that's actually a moderator. We have someone that's been working at Morgan Stanley as a broker for over 25 years. We've got licensed financial professionals. We have professional traders and everything in between that. And then we have, teachers and accountants and construction workers and firemen and military and lawyers and auto mechanics and small business owners and IT professionals that are trading and supplementing their income, with trading. And that's something that, our goal, like I said, at True Trading Group, is to empower retail traders and be the reason why they stop referring to retail traders as dumb money. That's what Wall Street calls retail. And if you guys knew that or not, but I take offense to that. And I want True Trading Group to be the reason why it's no longer referred to as dumb money. And they call themselves, you guessed it, smart money is what they call Wall Street. And they call institutional investors, they call them smart money. They call retail dumb money. I want to be the reason why that's not the case anymore. Who's on the live stream right now that's not a member? I'm just curious to see who's not a member. Type the letters TTG, guys, if you're on the live stream right now and you are not a member of True Trading Group. So if you're not part of the community, do me a favor, type the letters TTG in chat right now. Just go ahead and type TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Let's see how many people we have on here that are not part of the community. All right, we got RS. We got Keith, who just asked a question. Keith, I appreciate the question, brother. We got Skis. Joshua, what's up, bro? So, yeah, guys, go ahead, type letters TTG. Sean Johnson, what's going on? Martin, Empty Buckets, John. Mike, you're killing me, Mike. Nufaram, Lewis. Muhammad. Great, guys. There you are, Mike. Not again, Mike. You're not going to get me again. So, right. All right, folks. Good. So we got a lot of new faces that are joining us here today. Like I said, guys, if you guys are new, George, what's up, bro? Just go ahead and smash the like button, guys. Turn on your notifications. Subscribe to the channel. I do this 6 days a week. All right. Now, to keep this thing going and actually to have this conversation, I'm actually going to bring on my business partner and the co-founder of True Trading Group. I want you guys to all give a big Ayo to Adam.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? How are you, man? It's a good day, bro. It's a good day today.
It was a good day today.
Yeah.
George Michael's in the house. I'm a huge fan of your music. Hello, everyone. I heard FedEx came out today.
Yep. FedEx came out with earnings. The stock is down 3%, but well off of its low. This thing went all the way to $214 and then is now back to $226. So original move is to the downside, and now you're getting a nice strong recovery back up to 226.50. So that's a 12-point bounce off of the low. Initially, this thing puked once the earnings came out, all the way down to 214, but now back to 226.
Initially, this thing puked. It Ralphed all over the place.
Yeah, Ralph, right off the open. This is one hell of a recovery, man. I mean, that's a pretty strong buying off of that low.
I mean, honestly, FedEx hasn't been the same since they lost that guy in that island many years ago during that storm. I mean, they got him back, but it was like 10 years later, and he lost his wife and everything. I mean, it was terrible.
It was sad, yeah.
He had to make friends with a volleyball.
That was sad. That was sad. It wasn't good for their, PR wise. It wasn't a good look.
It was terrible for their business. I'm surprised their stock recovered from that.
Yeah.
Wilson. So, hang on 1 second here. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I have an interesting idea that we can do today.
Okay.
First of all, there's a lot of there's some new people on the stream. We were going to raise the price today, but unfortunately, I was not able to get all that done with everything else we were doing today.
Yeah,
so,
we got a lot of stuff going on today inside.
Yeah,
behind the scenes.
We also don't have any more laptops. But you know what I think we should do is we had a lifetime payment plan member default. Let's use that money and buy some laptops, retail. What do you think?
All right. Yeah, we can do that.
Let's use it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do that.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not gonna get like a tremendous amount of it, but hang on, let me do some quick math.
I love when you do math.
Mm-hmm.
Tesla too, guys. Tesla's still pumping after hours. 277 now. We got as high as almost 278. While Adam's doing some math, just kind of touch base here on Tesla. This thing is just absolutely on fire. The news just keeps on coming for this stock. But we talked about last night, I was actually talking about Tesla, that I was thinking about maybe trying to short Tesla at 268 because that's a resistance level back from last year that used to be support, now resistance. But they came out to really, again, another solid press release today about Rivian now being able to charge on their stations. And I'm like, okay, there's too much good news coming out of this stock. Stay away from this thing. Once Tesla gets moving, it's one of the strongest momentum stocks in the market. Just stay clear away from that thing. Don't try to short it. And then the stock just rips right through that level. It's a good thing we didn't try to do anything like that today, recognizing the news that we had on the stock this morning, and that takes it right through it. And now you're at a 96.5 RSI. RSI only goes to 100. So if you want to know, is Tesla overbought? The answer is absolutely, undoubtedly yes. But does that mean it can't go higher? Absolutely not. Okay.
All right. We could do 7.
Oof, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Because that's good.
Yeah, that's 7. Yeah, 7. That's fine. That's fine.
We have $2,500 that we can use for it. So, so 7.
All right, cool. All right, so let's do that then. We'll do this next 7 people to join. We'll give them a laptop. That's fine.
Yeah, and just leave it at the same price from last night. And when the 7 is done, we'll just up the price. I'm sure it'll sell out on the stream. So we'll just up the price to over $1,000. We don't have any laptops after that. So that'll be it. All right. Nice little way to end the day. So we got 7 spots. Mikey, tell them how to sign up.
Sure, guys. Yeah, I'll tell you real quick how you can join the fam and get one of those laptops. So there's going to be 7 laptops for the next 7 people to join, and you guys will have an opportunity to get a 59% discount. You're in luck. That price was supposed to go up at midnight, but we were too busy today. We had a bunch of other things that we have our in-person meetup this week coming up. So we're preparing for that. We also had some lifetime membership things that we were, fixing and working on inside of our community as well. So that is a benefit for you. So that price is still at $900 for the entire year. It's normally over $2,000, but the Father's Day sale was $900, and it's still there for today. We're leaving it there for today because by the time we were going to change it,
we'll leave it there until the end of the stream, and then that's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm just saying, give the 7 people. I mean, the 7 will go. So give the 7 people, and then that's it.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll leave the $900 price point up until the stream is over, and we'll be streaming for the next probably 20, 30 minutes or so. So you guys will be able to get the $900 membership price. Go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop from $22.12. It'll drop to $900, but you have to enter the coupon code. You manually have to enter TTG121, click apply code. Then the price will drop to $900. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know that you're getting one. If you see one, you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. After you sign up, you're going to get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the laptop. So be on the lookout for the welcome email. We cover shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Guys, we have members in 115 different countries. We will get you that laptop. I assure you, no matter where you are, we probably most likely have a member in the same country that you are in. Like I said, 115 different countries. Truly a global community and global force within True Trading Group, guys. So
also, Glenn joined us today. Glenn
Velvet.
Glenn Velvet joined us today. I got to tell you, I'm so happy.
Excellent, man.
Is Empty Buckets still on here?
Yeah, he was here. I saw his name. He's next.
Is he here right now?
Empty Buckets is next.
Where is he?
He typed TTG earlier. I don't know where he is now, but he typed it earlier.
Yeah. Empty Buckets, dude.
Present.
Come on, man. Don't make me Norby this whole thing,
All right, well, I'm going to tell everybody what they get.
Yeah.
Talk to Empty Buckets.
I just want
so guys,
sign up
with that coupon code, it gets you the membership for $900. The membership though gives you all of our courses and all of our tools. Joe, maybe if you want to post up the link for our curriculum, everybody can see, because the courses, there's no VIP courses that cost more money. There's no upsell for courses. They're all included. This is a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training that I received when I worked at the fund in New York. All right. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. We've got it. It's all included when you join. There are no upsells for those courses. You get access to all of them. But then you also get our tools, $5,000 worth. You get all of it for $900. Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed with congressional trading data to track trades by Congress and insider trades to track trades by management. All of that would cost you over $1,000 if you went to Benzinga directly. It is included when you join our platform for $900. Some of you may pay for these things already. You get Quote Media's full book level 2, Trading Views premium charting software, The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform every day, so you guys can use to see what are the hottest stocks during the day. A simulator from ET&A lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you're learning in the courses before you risk your hard-earned money. You're also then going to be getting our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You've got dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. All of this is included when you guys join us for the $900. You get our chat room, obviously, our mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer during the day, don't stress it. As long as you have your cell phone, you can get access to all of our trade alerts. You can get access to the chat, the screen share, the audio commentary, because the mods and I talk to you on the microphone throughout the trading session. So you can actually listen and take care and do all of that, even if you're not in front of your computer. That's how so many of our members that work full-time jobs are able to benefit from the platform by using that mobile app. Does it include charting and scanning tools? Keith, yes, brother, like I just said. So when you join, Keith, you get TradingView's premium charting software. You get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. It's very similar to FinViz Elite. And we also have Trade Ideas. The Trade Ideas scanner, it streams on our platform every day, so you can use that as well. We also have a social sentiment scanner that actually tracks what everyone's talking about on social media, so you can stay ahead of the crowd. We have analyst ratings. You can download stock profile, downloadable reports on the analyst ratings and how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a particular stock. The mods and I publish the watch list for you every single morning, so you know what stocks we're paying attention to before the market even opens, with very specific buy prices, short prices, sell prices, etc. So you guys know the game plan before the day starts. We have a video library with workshops that are we have 600 hours of workshops that we conduct with our members. And once you become a member of TTG, you can actually not only can you watch those videos of the previous workshops, but you can attend the new ones live. All right, so all that's included, guys. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com. You'll use the coupon code TTG121. You'll click apply code, and the price will then drop all the way down to $900. Right? When you go to ttgoffer.com, the price is going to say, it's over $2,000. Don't worry about it. You're not going to pay that. You're on the live stream. I gave you the coupon code. So enter TTG121, click apply code, price drops to $900. As long as you see a laptop, you're getting one, but there's only 7 of them. I'm going to leave this price point right at $900 until we're done with this live stream. So you guys have the next 30 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions, or if you're driving or you don't have a chance, you can't get out your wallets or whatever it is, send us a text message right now to 786-505-4049. Again, that is 786-505-4049. Send us a message. Also, if you used to be a member, you used to be a trial, or you currently are a trial member, you have to send a text to that number so that we can whitelist your email address in order for you to get the $900 price point, which obviously you want. Don't pay the $2,200. You're on this live stream, so get the discount. Send a text to 786-505-4049 if you have any questions, you're having a hard time signing up, or if you're a previous trial, or previous member, we got to whitelist your email. Text that number. It's right down there at the bottom of your screen. All right, we're fully transparent, folks. Open book. You have any questions, you go ahead, you fire them off. You ask us. We'll be happy to answer anything that you guys want to know. All right. I don't know where Adam just went. So let's talk about FedEx's earnings. All right. So FedEx's earnings, stock is trading to the downside, but I mean, what support you have down there at 215? This is just absolute brick wall support. If you guys take a look at this support on FedEx, you'll see here previous resistance, right? And then you'll see support, 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 support. You guys see how strong of a support level that you have there? That's about as strong. Keith, the coupon code again, Keith, brother, the coupon code is TTG, Thomas Gary, 121. That's TTG 121. You'll click apply code, Keith, and the price will then drop down to $900. Rosa Daza says, hey, Michael, I paid for my membership already. Great wins today on Bitcoin, AMD, and Alphabet. I would love to reinvest some of my winnings to buy your psychology course. I couldn't make it that weekend. Yeah, I would. I highly recommend it. the Trader Psychology Bootcamp that I hosted the other weekend was honestly, I think life-changing, not game-changing, life-changing. Members of True Trading Group, if you attended my Trader Psychology Bootcamp, if you think it was life-changing, I'm going to go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Type number 1 if you thought that Trader Psychology Bootcamp was life-changing. I did a 2-day intensive bootcamp on Trader Psychology. We dove into, your personality traits and how those personality traits impact your strengths and weaknesses as a trader to help you figure out what your trader identity really should be. And that's going to be another boot camp that we're going to be hosting on trader identity, trying to figure out what is the best trading style and strategy that's best for you. What might work for somebody else may not work for you. There are a lot of different styles and strategies when it comes to trading. The one that's going to be best for you is going to be based on 2 main factors. 1, how much time do you have to put towards this during the day? How busy are you? Are you teaching a classroom full of 10-year-olds? Are you operating a bulldozer? Are you driving an ambulance? Like, what are you actually doing during the day will have a major impact on the trading style that's going to be best for you. But also, what is your personality? Different types of personalities have different strengths and weaknesses as traders. And if you are trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, meaning you're trying to implement a style or strategy that does not mesh with your personality traits and does not mesh with your lifestyle and your work, you're never going to be successful. Just because you see somebody else make 10 grand in a day on YouTube does not mean you're going to be able to have a similar result by doing the exact same thing that person does. That's what your trader identity is. That's another workshop that we're going to be hosting in August for members of True Trading Group. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful follow-on to the Trader Psychology Bootcamp that I hosted the other week. So Rosa, if you haven't, if you did not attend, I highly recommend purchasing the recording because it was recorded, and I think it is a life-changing thing. We got to welcome Kelly and Renee. Kelly and Renee, welcome to the THD fam, guys. That means we're down to just 5 of those laptops now. Kelly and Renee, welcome to the family. Again, guys, you have until this live stream is finished. Go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will then drop all the way down to $900. Kelly and Renee, welcome to the TTG fam. So FedEx's earnings, and I really was pretty excited to see what FedEx was going to say when it came to their earnings announcement because, FedEx gives you a pretty good look into the global economy, right? It's FedEx. You're shipping. It gives you a good look at what's going on with the economy. And let's go over some of the earnings. They did beat on earnings per share. So the big thing about FedEx is FedEx has been working very diligently to cut back on their costs. Their capital spend has been elevated over the years. All right. It's been elevated over the years. Their earnings per share was $4.94. That's a beat on the $4.89 expectation, which again shows really good cost controls. But their sales estimates missed. 21.9 billion versus 22.72 billion was the estimate. So that's a miss. Okay. So that's almost a $1 billion miss from 21.9 to 22.7. So about, $800 million miss on their sales. So that is a miss, but they reported quarterly earnings of 494, which is beating the estimates of 49. This is a 28% decrease over the 687 earnings per share from the same period last year. All right. So that is showing you that, things are slowing for FedEx when you look at a 28% decrease on earnings per share from just 1 year ago today. We got to welcome Sam. Sam's the newest member of the group. Guys, now we're down to just 4 of those spots. 4 spots left. If you guys want one of those free laptops, remember, we ship anywhere in the world. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com. You don't have to enter your address, but you got to use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops to $900. That's 59% off. That price is good until I'm done with this live stream. And then you will be on the lookout in your email for a welcome email from us with instructions how to claim that free laptop. Okay. So there will be instructions in your email on how to claim that free laptop. All right. So be on the lookout for it. And guys, I forgot to mention to you, We also offer a double your money back guarantee with our membership. I stand behind the platform that we've created. Anyone that joins True Trading Group, we put our money where our mouth is. If you go through the courses and you pass the quizzes and you attend one study group and you are unable to make $900 back at least one time during your membership, if you can't do that, then we'll give you back $1,800. That's double what you paid to join our community. We can do that very simply because our refund rate is only 2.49% since 2016. If our refund rate was 15 or 20%, I would not be able to offer you double your money back. But we're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with well over 2,200 reviews. And we also have a 78% retention rate. So 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members. And because of all those stats, I have no problem offering anybody a double your money back guarantee when you join our community. If you can't make the $900 back at least one time during the membership, I'll give you back $1,800. And that's a commitment that we make to you when you join TTG. We're in business together. You have a problem. We have a solution. We know that that solution works for the majority of our members. Again, not every single member of True Trading Group is killing it. That's why we have the red to green workshops. We leave no trader behind. I'm not naive to think that we're going to have a 100% success rate, but that doesn't mean we can't do everything in our power to strive for it and continue to try to move that needle as far as we possibly can to help empower and educate the retail trader and give them the very best possible chance of being successful and reaching their goals. Because this is a skill. When you learn how to trade, you are learning a skill that could potentially change your life and give you control of your own financial future. Everybody talks about safety and security blankets and, I need my 9 to 5. I need that job security. It's funny when people say that because when you have a 9 to 5, you actually do not have any security whatsoever. Somebody else is determining your wage. And somebody else could just wake up one day and decide, hey, you know what, we're going to look to cut expenses as, the economy's slowing a little bit, revenue's down 10, 15%. So we're going to cut expenses. You've been here for about 20 years. We're going to let you go because we're just going to replace you with someone that's been here, just graduated college, and we can pay half their salary. And we're just going to replace you with that person. And all of a sudden your safety blanket and your wage went from X to 0 overnight. That's not safety. That's not security. Real safety and real security is having to rely on nobody other than yourself to earn a living. That is the real safety and the real security. And as long as the stock market is open, doesn't matter if the markets are going higher, doesn't matter if the market's going lower, doesn't matter if there's a recession or a global pandemic or interest rate hikes or war or an election or anything else. It doesn't matter because the market will be open through all of it. As long as it's open, there's opportunities for us to make money in this market environment. And we continue to prove that day in and day out inside True Trading Group, and TGG members are living proof of exactly that. All right. So again, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate. Text us 786-505-4049. Also, if you are a previous trial, or previous member, you have to text that number so we can whitelist your email address. All right. All right, so let's move on to the SPY, and let's talk about what to expect from Jerome Powell tomorrow. So, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the SPY. I think it kind of feels like the market wants to give you a little bit of a bounce back off of today's lows. We did get all the way down here to 435, and then you had a nice little recovery off it. Now we're just kind of floating here around 437. But I'm really interested to see what happens with Jerome Powell. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think Jerome Powell is going to come out tomorrow and he's going to be aggressive. I think he's going to be stern. I think he's going to sound angry. I think he's going to let the world know that he's not lying. When the Fed came out, and I'll show you guys in the charts, right here was the Fed day, right? Right here's the Fed day. Jerome Powell told you that we're going to raise rates 2 more times. But he also said we're not going to cut rates. We're not going to cut rates for a couple years. So that's what Jerome Powell said. Said we're going to raise rates 2 more times. They moved their target to 5.6, which means we're going to raise 2 more times. And he said we're not cutting rates this year. We may not cut rates next year. That's what Jerome Powell said. The market doesn't believe him. The market, based on Fed funds futures, have priced in 1 more rate hike in July, and then they're done, and then a rate cut later this year. That's what the market is priced in. That's not what Jerome Powell said. So does that anger Jerome Powell? The last time that something like this happened, you had the Jackson Hole meeting back in August of last year. August of last year, I'll just go back. I'll show you guys on the chart. And this is why I'm so, so excited for tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a really big day with Jerome Powell testifying. Right here is when Jerome Powell gave his presentation at Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is this huge economic forum where the Fed chair every year gives a speech. It usually lasts 20 to 30 minutes. But last year it only lasted like 8 minutes. And it was Jerome Powell being very stern, almost scolding the market and yelling at the market, telling you that why you want to know why you're pricing in, what you're pricing in. I'm telling you that we're raising rates. I'm telling you that inflation's a problem. I'm telling you that, we're going to be more aggressive. We're nowhere near done raising rates. We've actually just begun, because leading into that, the markets rallied in July and in August on the thought that Jerome Powell and them were almost done raising rates. And he's like, we're not even close. And that's when the markets really sold off there in September. And you had that big rollover. And that all started with Jerome Powell's Jackson Hole meeting. And then you had another big gap down on CPI. Now, obviously, things have really changed. Things have changed a lot since August and September of last year. Inflation has come down dramatically. Inflation's come down dramatically, but it's still elevated. It's still higher than what Jerome Powell wants to see. The core inflation is still high. You're not getting the move lower in core inflation like you are the headline number. And the core inflation is what Jerome Powell's worried about. That's what they can control. They can't control energy prices. They can't control commodity prices. And that's the difference. Core takes out food and energy. So the difference in core inflation and regular inflation encompasses everything. Core is when you take out food and energy. That's the number that's still really high. The core, the food and energy prices have come down. And that's why the headline CPI number is all the way down at 4.0 when the core number is at 5.3. That is a huge difference. And the headline number was 4.9 last month. It dropped all the way to 4.0, almost a full point drop in 1 month, which is amazing. But the core number only went from 5.5 to 5.3, a 0.2 drop. So you can see how much stickier that core CPI number really is. And it's a problem, and Jerome Powell's trying to tell everybody this, and the market's not listening. So do we have another example tomorrow of Jerome Powell scolding the market? And if Jerome Powell does scold the market, you got to look for us to at least get down to 434. 434 is going to be a key level of support for us on the SPY. I'll go back to a 15-minute chart just to kind of show you guys the level. Right here, here it is. It's the low of the day from the Fed meeting. It's the gap fill from, we have the gap up on the 13th. So we filled that gap on the day of the Fed. And that's going to be a support level there for us on the SPY. If you do crack 430, then I believe it is a clear shot to 430. And then 430 becomes a massive level of support. 430 is a massive level. You also have a bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming here. Here's left shoulder, here's head, and then here is right shoulder, and then here's the neckline at 434. A break of 434 takes you back down to 430, and that is a short position that we will be all over if that does trigger for us. We got to welcome Michael. Michael's the newest member of the community, guys, which means we're down to just 3 of those laptops are now left. So you guys got to hurry up, open up a new web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop all the way down to $900. Then you guys are good to go. Sign up and join, get your butts in chat. Tomorrow's going to be a big day with Jerome Powell's testimony. If you guys have questions or you're having a hard time signing up, text us 786-505-4049. Again, 786-505-4049. Phone number is at the bottom of the screen. If you're having a hard time signing up or if you have questions, just text that number. Don't forget, you don't need to enter your address. Be on the lookout for a welcome email with instructions how to claim the free laptop. We cover shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Anybody have any questions for me? This is the setup that I have my eyes on, guys, with regards to the SPY. All right, this is the setup that I'm really focused on. And I think Jerome Powell tomorrow is a huge catalyst. See, this is going to be this week. It's a short week because of the holiday, but man, you got a lot going on this week, guys. Jerome Powell's testimony tomorrow, jobless claims on Thursday, leading economic indicators Thursday. Then you have flash services and manufacturing PMI. That's all literally the economy. That is economic data. That is data that is telling you how is the economy doing. That's your services and manufacturing PMI. That's going to be a big number. Obviously, jobless claims is going to be a big number. The jobless numbers have been elevated over the last 2 weeks. Is that just a little one-off fluke, or is that the new trend? Are you going to start to see that number rise now? These are the things you got to be paying attention to. This is going to, I'm telling you, this is a big week for this market. Everybody got very excited last week. The markets were ripping to the highs. And I was like, I told you guys on Thursday, I think this could be a blow off top. And you get all this data that comes out behind it. If the data is not strong, and if Jerome Powell's aggressive, you can see the markets back at 4:30 by Thursday. You can see us back at 4:30 by Thursday. It's possible. You got to be ready for it. You got to be prepared for it. You got to know what's coming so that you can prepare for if the markets do make a move like that, because then you're caught blindsided. You're not ready for it. You got to know the catalyst. You got to know what could potentially move the market. I don't know what Jerome Powell's going to say. I'm telling you what I think he's going to say, but I have no idea. I don't know what kind of mood this guy's going to be in. I don't know if he's going to give that scolding tone. You got to just listen to what he says. And based on what he says, I'll be live with members in chat, and I'll tell you guys exactly. Oh, guys, that's not good. That's a bearish comment. That's a hawkish comment. Let's watch for downside. Or, hey, guys, you know what? Jerome Powell actually seems like he's a little easy today. He's not on edge. He doesn't seem upset. He seems like everything is going as planned. And if he seems like, oh, everything's going as planned, and the market's going to rally back tomorrow. But if he comes out and he's like, hey, cut the crap. I'm telling you I'm raising rates 2 more times. I'm telling you we're not cutting rates at all this year. So stop thinking that. Obviously, those are not going to be his exact words. But if that's the tone that you get, I'm looking for the market to go to 430. Look for the market to go to 430. He's probably going to get asked about the balance sheet runoff and quantitative tightening as well. Everybody forgets that the Fed was supposed to be dropping the balance of their balance sheet by $90 billion a month for the last however many months. It's almost a year now that they were supposed to be doing that. That stopped during the banking crisis. Their balance sheet ballooned another $300 billion during the banking crisis when they created that lending facility and they allowed banks to lend down against the treasury positions that they all own. That ballooned their balance sheet back up. So all the progress that they made earlier in the year and last year selling off their balance sheet, all that progress that they made going from like 9 trillion down to 8 trillion, all that progress was erased. Their balance sheet is right back to basically where it was. They got to start selling off that balance sheet again. So he's going to get asked about that tomorrow. You got to pay attention. What is his comments about that? People forget about that. This is what I pay attention to. If some of this stuff seems like it's kind of over your head or you don't understand it, don't worry about it. That's why we're here. Lean on the moderators. We do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Like I showed you earlier. I showed you the video clip from pre-market. I told you, hey, this is my focus, CrowdStrike. This is the level, 155 short, down to 150. Stock went to 150 and a half today. The high of the day is 155 and a quarter. I mean, it's verbatim what we said in the pre-market session. We capitalized on it today. It was a great trade for us. So that's the deal. That's the deal. Yes, Charles, I know that. I know it's not Jerome Powell himself. So Charles goes, Mike, just FYI, I know this. He didn't say he'd raise rates 2 more times. You're referring to the dot plot, which represents expectations of each Fed board member. Right. But the Fed as a whole moved their expectation to 5.6, which means that the majority of voting members of the Fed believe 2 more rate hikes are in line. Whenever I say Jerome Powell, I'm not just speaking about Jerome Powell as the individual. Jerome Powell is the chairman of the Fed. There's 12 voting members of the Fed that decide on the vote for what they want to do with monetary policy. And you can have sometimes people agree and sometimes people don't agree. Sometimes people vote to stay. Other times people vote to raise. So what I'm referring to, and I will be more clear, the dot plot, they raised their Fed funds target. So it's not just that they raised their Fed funds target. The Fed as a whole is raising their target Fed funds rate to 5.6. We are at 5.25. So they're going to have to raise rates 2 more times in order to meet that Fed funds target. 5.6 was their target earlier. Then they dropped the target because of what happened with the banking system. Now they've moved that target back to 5.6. So 5.6 is what the Fed is saying. That is our target Fed funds rate for 2023, which would insinuate that they have not 1, but 2 more rate hikes to go if they're to meet their Fed funds target, right? So I want to be very clear about that, okay? And Charles, you're right, brother. I do want, it's not a sure thing. The words that I said made it seem like it was a sure thing. They can change their Fed funds target in July. So like every time they come out, they can change their target if they'd like. So they can say, hey, you know what? Our Fed funds target is no longer 5.6. It's, 5.5 or 5. And that would mean they have just 1 more rate hike and then they're done and that's it. So they could change it. Just like this last meeting, they changed it. They could change it again. But he was very specific. The thing that I really find the most frustrating if I'm Jerome Powell is this rate cut idea. The market continues to believe that they're going to cut rates this year. The market continues to believe. We got to welcome Troy. Troy, welcome to the family, which means we are now down to 2 laptops, guys. That's it. 2 laptops are left. So Troy, welcome to the family, guys. Again, go to ttgoffer.com. The coupon code is TTG121. Click apply code. Then the price drops down to the $900. Okay. WebDog says, I just joined. For us day jobbers, are these alerts sent out in real time? WebDog, yes. Download our mobile app. Our mobile app is available on iPhone and Android. There's instructions on our website how to properly install the app. You will get through that app real-time push notifications when the moderators enter and exit trades in real time, not text messages. Text messages are going to be delayed a few minutes. These are push notifications through our mobile app that comes out within seconds of the order execution from our moderators. All right. So that's how so many of our members that do have busy schedules and full-time jobs are able to benefit from the platform by using that mobile app and getting those real-time alerts. That's if you can't be in front of your computer. Right? If you can be in front of your computer, then obviously all the alerts come out inside chat also, obviously, but you can also get them push notifications through the app. All right. So that's the part that I think Jerome Powell is probably the most frustrated with. It's not the part he says, 2 more times rate hikes with the Fed funds target. They can raise 1 more time. It's really not that big of a deal. An extra 25 basis points at this point really doesn't mean that much. I mean, whether they raise 1 more time or 2 more times is really not that big of a difference, to be quite honest with you guys. But the real factor here that if I'm Jerome Powell pisses me off is the fact that the market still is pricing in and they still think that they're going to cut rates this year. Jerome Powell told everybody last week, we are not cutting rates. We're not even thinking about cutting rates, not just this year. He said a couple years. Now, I think a couple years is an exaggeration. I think he's trying to just get a point across that we're not cutting them this year. And I feel like if he says a couple, I think they will cut rates next year. But they're not going to do it this year. The only way they cut rates this year, in my opinion, is if something bad happens. If the economy cracks, if you go into a recession, if another banking crisis arises, then they're going to cut rates. But that's not a good thing. If the Fed cuts rates because something broke, that's not a good thing. That's not a buy signal. A buy signal would be inflation's back at 2%. Now we're going to cut rates. That's a buy signal. That means the economy held up. We avoided a recession. We had a soft landing and inflation came back to 2%. Now the Fed can cut rates and let the economy start to expand again. That's the buy signal. Now, so unless you think inflation is going to go back to 2% this year, then if you don't think inflation is going back to 2%, then why would you be bullish on a rate cut? That's the thing that I just am not understanding from people. Why are you pricing in a rate cut if you don't think inflation is going to be at 2%? So what do you think the Fed's just going to be okay with 3% inflation? 3.5%? You think they're just going to be like, you know what? Inflation's at 3.5%. We're good. Let's start cutting rates. Not a chance, because the risk of that, you have to understand what happened in the 70s. Jerome Powell does not want another reoccurrence of what happened with inflation in the 70s. Inflation ran wild in the 70s. The Fed lost control of inflation. Inflation went 9, 10, 11, 12. Inflation was on fire, was uncontrollable in the 70s. That's why Paul Volcker had to come in and smash the economy and jack interest rates up to levels you've never seen before and cause deliberately a double dip recession. And that recession was a severe one. You're talking about 9, 10% unemployment in 1980 and then again in 1982, double dip recession. You went into a recession in 1980, you came out of it in 81, you went back into it in 82. Jerome Powell does not want that to happen again. So to think that they're going to be like, oh, inflation's 3.5%, we're good. Let's cut rates. No way. Because if they cut rates too soon and then all of a sudden inflation goes from 3.5% to 4 to 4.5 to 5, you're screwed. You're screwed. Because then the only way at that point, right now, you still have the very possible situation of a soft landing. But if that happens, if they cut rates too soon and then inflation starts to tick back up again, then your only recourse is a self-inflicted recession, and a deep one, in order to get inflation back to 2%. That's what they had to do in the early 80s. They do not want that to happen again. They would much rather keep rates where they are as long as they need to, or keep raising rates until inflation comes back to 2%. Because even if you have a recession because of this, I think it's a mild recession, which is something that nobody should be terrified or scared of, because our words are not necessarily scary things. They're actually wonderful opportunities to buy stocks at realistic valuations. Is a payment plan possible, sir? Joshua, no, brother, I'm sorry, it is not. We do not have payment plans at True Trading Group. It is just a one-time fee for the entire year. The payment plan is the credit card. That's the payment plan. We do not offer payment plans. You have to realize that when you join True Trading Group, you're getting access to all of these tools. So you're establishing yourself basically with an account so that you have access to Benzinga Pro, their news feed, congressional trading data, dark pool data, insider trades from management members, trade ideas scanner, trading views charts, a social sentiment scanner, analyst ratings, short data, unusual options activity. All of these things are included when you join. If we offered a monthly plan, our downstream partners would kill us. We're able to get these deals because these other companies, like if you were to go to Benzinga, you were to go to trading, like you would pay monthly for this service. We are going and saying we will cover a year of that service and pay that whole year up front. And that's how we're able to work out a lot of these different situations that we have. So we do not offer a monthly plan. And honestly, a monthly plan, guys, 30 days, that's not enough time to figure out if this is right for you. If you can do this, 30 days is just not enough time, to be honest with you. So we do not offer a payment plan, brother, I'm sorry. It's $900 for the entire year, which is $75 a month, $72 a month, $75 a month, something like that. I can't do that math in my head that quickly, but something like that. It's like in the mid 70s a month. It's $2.45 a day, something like that. It's less than a cup of coffee. Honestly, it's less than my Starbucks. This is like $5. I mean, honestly, you got to think of it that way, because that's the reality of it. So go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop down to $900. You guys have questions? Text us 786-505-4049. Will they only cut rates if inflation get to 2%, or will they try and slowly back them off slightly above, say, 3%? Nah, Matt, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Like that's what I was just talking about. That's what I was just talking about. There's just no way. I just think the risk is too great. Why cut rates with inflation at 3%? 3% is still far too high. That's higher than our GDP. You can't have inflation higher than your GDP. Right now you're talking about, right now you're talking about GDP is what, 1.7, 1.9 as the economy goes into a contraction. It's still positive. You're not in a recession. It's still positive. But you can't be like, oh, GDP is 1.7, inflation is 3.5. Yay, let's cut rates. Not a chance. They got to get that inflation back down to where they know it's defeated and it's not, because if inflation's at 3.5, it's still breathing. Inflation's still breathing. You need inflation to be completely dead. And in order for that, you got to get it to 2%. That's why I really don't think that they're going to cut rates this year. I really don't, unless something breaks. And if that happens, that's not a reason to go long. That's not a reason to be bullish. So I hope it's not the 1970s repeat. Yeah, I hope it's not either. But Jerome Powell hoped it's not either. Jerome Powell doesn't want that to happen. He has said it so many times. He's been so clear about learning from past mistakes in the 1970s, learning from that. He has made reference to that in almost every Fed meeting. Why not listen to him? Markets are calling him a liar. It'll be interesting to see what he does tomorrow. Yeah. All right, guys. So that concludes the educational aspect of the live stream. What I'm going to do now, for those that are still interested, I will move over and I will show you the actual platform so you guys can see what's included for the $900 membership. If you're not interested in the membership at all, you can sign off the live stream before you go. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back on here live tomorrow afternoon. We'll go over what happened with Jerome Powell. We'll talk about the trades that we made yesterday. We'll talk about the trades that we're anticipating making on Thursday, and just like we do every single day. All right, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Now, if you are interested in the platform and the membership, let me show you what the platform actually comes with and what it looks like, so you guys can see the value that you're getting for the $900, because it is an all-inclusive membership. Of course, you get our chat room. Our chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades. We're with you from pre-market through to the after-hours session. We're not just gone after an hour or two and you're left to fend for yourself. We're there with you the whole day. You get access to our mobile app that lets you see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and get real-time push notifications when the moderators enter and exit trades. So you can follow along with what we're doing, even though you're not in front of your computer. 2 study group sessions with our mods to speed up your learning curve. Benzinga Pro's news feed, so you get live breaking up to the second news alerts. Congressional trading data, track trades by Congress. Insider trading, track trades by management. Trading Views premium charting software is also included with our membership. The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform during the day for you guys to use. A simulator from ETNA lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money, so you can practice implementing what you're learning. You will also be able to use our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You've got dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, all included. Short data. Many of you pay for this data already. It's included when you join us for $900. You get a full trading journal that tracks your trades and breaks it down to the numbers and statistics. You can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner tells you what stocks are talked about most on social media. Analyst ratings on any stock that you're interested in, so that you guys can download the report and see exactly how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a particular name. You will also be able to get our watch list. Every single day, you guys get our watch list.
Are these cookies?
Yes, they're cookies, man. Can you get out of here?
Yeah.
Every day, you guys publish a watch list. That watch list will tell you guys exactly what stocks the moderators and I are focusing on, with detailed game plans, where to buy, where to short, exactly what we're going to be focusing on, so that you guys know where to focus your attention before the day even begins. Let us do a lot of that heavy lifting for you, right? Let us lean on us for a lot of that heavy lifting. Then you'll also get, obviously, our courses. The courses are a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York.
You don't want one?
Bro, stop. You get beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures. You guys have access to all of it. when you guys join the platform. There are no VIP courses that cost more money after you join. There's no upsells for courses. We don't sell you half of the solution. All right. Then you're also going to get access to our video library. The video library has 600 hours of workshops and webinars that we did covering different topics, and you can attend all those workshops now live once you become a full-time member. Gang, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. But if you do join and you go through our courses, you pass our quizzes, and you attend one study group and are unable to make back the $900 membership fee at least one time during your membership, I'll give you guys back double your money. That's $1,800. That's the deal that we will make when you guys join the community. We put our money where our mouth is. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind to hold us accountable. We've only had to give a refund to 2.49% of our users. 78% renew their membership or become lifetime members. And we're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,200 reviews. Go check out those reviews. Go read them. Is this good for 1 year? Yes, Joshua, it's $900 for the entire year. And that double your money back guarantee, Joshua, is good for the entire year. I'm not saying this is only for 14 days or 30 days. You have all year. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group at your own pace. You have all year. Do it on your own schedule. If you still can't make $900 at least one time after doing those things, I'll give you back $1,800. And you can keep the free laptop. There are 2 laptops left. Go to ttgoffer.com. If you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know that you're getting one of the remaining 2. Enter the coupon code TTG. Oh, we got to welcome Keith. Now we're down to 1. Keith, welcome to the family. We're now down to just 1 laptop. Hurry up, guys. If you see one, you're getting one. It's that simple. You see the laptop, you're getting it. You see it in the checkout cart, you're getting it. See it up there in the corner? That's the laptop icon. See it, you get it. Go there, ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop down to $900. If you guys have questions or you're having a hard time signing up, text us 786-505-4049. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed the live. Congrats again, members that caught that CrowdStrike trade with me. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Buckle up, put your mouthpiece on, strap in. Jerome Powell testimony. We'll see how the markets react. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Subscribe, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. Have a great night.